So, people, Arsenal 3, Nottingham Forest nil, and it turned out to be a good afternoon. In the end, people, as Arsenal got back to winning ways after the Anfield defeat of a couple of weeks ago, this was a much better performance for me in the second half. I'll be honest, I was sitting there at half time going, it feels like same old Arsenal. It's slow, lethargic. We stepped up the tempo at times in the second half, and that's why we got a couple more goals. And I think Lay it was who mentioned it in the chat. I think we conserved a lot of energy moving forward, and rotation is very important for any side to win a title. And we rotated today, and the good thing was the players that rotated, they came in and they played well. I mean, we could go through the whole team, to be honest. David Raya, I thought today, I mean, what a save from him, that Chris Wood one, where he tips it onto the bar. Timber, for me, defensively, the best right back in the Premier League. The guy's an animal. Calafiori was solid again, although he got booked. He's got to be careful with that at times. But he played a great ball to Eze, who then obviously set up Gyökeres. Thought Gabriel was good. The armband, I thought, he suits being the captain, Gabriel. Mosquera today was fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. I think we paid about 15 million quid for him all in with add-ons. Was it 15 million pound or 16 million pound? Something like that. But he looks a real talent. Now, as I said, the next 2 weeks he's going to have bigger tests. If he plays those two games, obviously Saliba could be back next week. It will be Haaland, it's Man City. The week after, it's Newcastle. But a very positive first start for him. The amount of squad depth we've got in those defensive areas is outstanding. Zubimendi, it's funny. I was sitting there going, needs to prove himself. He looks good on the ball, but defensively, I still was saying, is he an upgrade on Partey and blah blah blah. But that goal, I mean, I've watched that goal about 10 times. I still don't know whether it touches the defender's head. I thought it deflected. A lot of people in the chat were saying it just moved away and went in. I thought it flicked off the defender's head. But what a strike, Apparently, it's the first goal he scored from outside the penalty area, which is crazy when you've got technique like that. And he scored a header as well. Real hang time, basketball settings for that header. So a brilliant performance from him. That'll do his confidence well. Marino, I thought did all right. I thought he played okay. Not amazing, but not bad. Odegaard came off injured. Now, it's interesting. I thought he was injured from the challenge on his leg, but then Arteta confirmed after the game that it was his shoulder that forced him to come off. Maybe the challenge made him land, and then obviously he's aggravated the shoulder injury again. So, how long will Odegaard be out for? Did we improve when Odegaard came off? A few times he failed to make that final ball. But listen, let's hope he's not out for too long. Noni Madueke today. I mean, a lot of people were in the chat saying, Curtis, you owe him an apology. I was somebody that was very doubtful of the signing. In my defense, I'll say one of a couple of things. Number one, I think my problem was the price and the fact it was another Chelsea player. I've never actually come on here and said Madueke is a bad player. In fact, I've always said he's a good player. Just I felt 52 million was too much money. What I liked so much about his performance today was the freedom to express himself. You watch a lot of these Arsenal players and wingers, and you feel like they're playing with a handbrake on from Arteta. Madueke seems like a free spirit, and I mean, he destroyed Morata in the first half. They actually swapped and put Williams at left back, and then he got dealt with as well and ended up getting booked. So, I mean, it was a magnificent performance from him. And, I like some of the things that were being said. We'll speak about it more in the next show, but Arteta was saying that basically he said to Madueke just before the deal was completed, there's a lot of outside noise and a lot of criticism around the deal. And he said Madueke was like, so what? I'll prove people wrong. And I like that attitude. I like players that think, you know what? They're doubtful of me. I'll show you what I'm about. And that's what he showed today. Now, this has to be done over a longer period of time. Man City next week, Newcastle, Champions League games. But today was a fantastic building block for Madueke's Arsenal career. And seeing the Arsenal fans applaud him off the pitch and some of them singing his name, I was really, really pleased for him. I really was. I once called him Whoopi Goldberg. But then Whoopi Goldberg is an Oscar-winning actor, so maybe, actress, should I say. Maybe I was complimenting him all along. Eberechi Eze on the other side. Beautiful assist. We need to get him on the ball more. We want him to drift inside a little bit more, but what an assist. Lets it bounce, whips it across with his left foot. It's just class. It's class, people. He'll get better and better. That was his first start. And so happy for him. You can see what it means to him. Victor Gyökeres now, I've spoke a few times. There's a lot of noise around Gyökeres. Is he good enough? Is his link-up play good enough? He's not in the game enough. He's a goal scorer. He's a goal-scoring machine. He's not involved in the game that much. You've got to give him the ball facing the goal. The goal that we're trying to score in, not the goal that we're defending. Again, first 45 minutes wasn't particularly great. Wasn't involved. The first proper chance he gets, he scores. Great movement, great ball from Eze, and he scores the goal. And that's 3 goals in 4 games now. He's actually, at the moment, top goal scorer in the Premier League. I know it's early, but what I'm saying is the number one priority of signing Gyökeres was put the ball in the back of the net. He's got 3 and 4 games without even really clicking completely. I feel like he can get better than this. We can create more chances for him. So I think there's a lot of positives there because I think he will get better and better. In terms of Trossard, good assist when he came on. Rice looked sharp. Good to see Declan Rice get a break, you know, after playing both the England games. And Ethan Nwaneri again, you know, listen, I don't think he didn't create any of the goals, but again, he gives you something that Odegaard doesn't, and that's that drive forward, because he almost is like a winger playing attacking midfield. So when he gets the ball, he drifts past people, and he's quick, and he drives forward, and it opens up the game. And, you know, seeing Nwaneri and Eze and Madueke as the free driving forward was really exciting, man. And I think what we've seen over the past few weeks is, I mean, the squad depth that we've got. Mikel Arteta's got to win trophies this season, or a trophy, a big one, a major trophy. You look at today, I mean, Ben White, 50 million. Nketiah, 45 million obligation to buy. Declan Rice, 100 million. Skelly has been starting at left back for England. You know, Dauman's a young star. Martinelli's in the Brazil squad. Nwaneri's a super young talent. You know, we've got real quality. You know, today we had no Saka, no Saliba, no Havertz, no Gabriel Jesus. Norgard couldn't even make the bench today. So the level of quality, I mean, imagine having Saka and Saliba back, just as an example, because they're 2 that start all the time. 2 of those players on the bench today are getting left out of the squad. And 2 of those players in the starting 11 are probably going to have to drop down to the bench. I mean, these are good problems to have. But also you look at it and you go, you've got a hell of a squad there. Hell of a squad. I once compared our bench to a dirty bench with bird poo all over it in the park. This was certainly a renovated bench with a lot of quality on it. The interesting thing is, what does Mikel do next week against Manchester City at home? If Saka's back, you know, if Saliba's back, Saliba's in full training already. Declan Rice, you know, do you bring these guys back into the team, or do you say to the likes of Saka, have a little bit more time to recover? Maybe we start him on the bench. So very interesting. I thought second half we were much better, a lot more direct. We played quicker. You look at the Gyökeres goal, it's a direct pass, long ball from Calafiori. Eze lets it bounce and we score. The key to this team is the speed that we play at. When we're slow, playing U-shaped football, people will put 10 players behind the ball, maybe even 11, make life difficult for us. When we play quicker, open teams up, we're so difficult to live with. And this team is ready to attack. We've got more than enough defensive quality to allow the attacking players to go. So 3-0. I think we beat them 3-0 at home last season. Positive performance. Arteta's going to have some selection headaches. We go again against Bilbao in the Champions League on Tuesday over in Spain, and then Man City at home next Sunday. So a big week. Well done. Madueke for me was the best player on the pitch. Zubimendi got man of the match because he scored 2 goals. But over the course of the 90, I think Madueke was the best player. Get in the comments, let me know what you think. Who was your man of the match? What should we do going forward in terms of team selection? Is this the year that we are going to lift silverware under Mikel Arteta, people? Let me know. Take care, and I will see you all soon, people. Bless.